Hello, my name is Scott Crampton, founder and CEO of the Murder Mystery Company and American Immersion Theater. Carolyn was kind enough to ask me to introduce her, and I'm honored to do so. Like so many, the tragic events of George Floyd have filled me with rage and sadness. Enough is enough, and it is indeed time for a change. 100% of all profits from Murder Mystery Zoom sales starting today for the next week will go to Black Visions Collective. Black Visions Collective believes in a future where all Black people have autonomy, safety, is community-led, and we are in the right relationships with the ecosystem. All of AIT and MMC want to support our Black communities and stand in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement, which is why I'm honored and proud to give our platform over to Black voices within our company. I'd like to introduce Carolyn Ferrari, professional spoken word poet and the Murder Mystery Company's regional manager. Carolyn will be reading her original poem, No, and Nikki Giovanni's poem, Harvest, for Rosa Parks. We believe Black voices and lives are meant to be celebrated, and Black voices deserve to be heard. Carolyn, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I'm honored and humbled. So thank you. I'll start with Nikki Giovanni first. This poem touched me because so often we think about Rosa Parks and so many other civil rights leaders of that time, and we don't remember their humanity. We just remember the heroism of the acts that they participated in and the things they accomplished. So this spoke to me. Harvest for Rosa Parks. There is an old story I learned in church one evening about a preacher and his deacon fishing. It seems that every time the good brother got a bite, the fish would scamper away and the deacon would curse. The preacher, probably feeling his profession demanded a response, said to the deacon, "Brother, should you curse like that with me here over some fish?" And the deacon agreed. They fished on, the deacon losing more fish. When finally a big one got away, the deacon remembered his vow, looked at his empty pole, reminded himself of the vow, looked at his empty pole, sucked in his breath, turned to the preacher and remarked, "Reverend, something needs to be said." I guess everybody wants to be special and pretty. The boys just want to be strong or fast. All the same things children want everywhere. It was ordinary as far as I can see my childhood, but, well, I don't know much about psychology. We had a lot of pride growing up in Tuskegee. You could easily see what our people could do if somebody set a mind to it. Father was a carpenter. Mama taught school. I got married at 19. You always felt you should do something. It just wasn't right. What they did to Negroes and why Negroes let it happen. Colored people couldn't vote, couldn't use the bathroom in public places, couldn't go to the same library they paid taxes for, had to sit on the back of buses, couldn't live places, work places, go to movies, amusement parks, nothing. If you were colored, just signs, always signs saying no, no, no. My husband is a fine man, a fighting man. When we were young, belonging to the NAACP was radical, dangerous. People got killed run out of town, beaten and burned out, just for belonging. My husband belonged, and I belonged. In 1943, during the war, double victory was just as important. One thing without the other was not good enough. I was elected secretary of the Montgomery branch. I am proud of that. Many people think history just fell on my shoulders or at my feet 1 December 1955, but that's not true. Sometimes it seemed it was never going to stop. That same driver who had me arrested had put me off a bus from Maxwell Air Base where I had worked, or maybe they all looked the same. I wasn't looking for anything. That Colvin girl had been arrested and nobody did anything. I didn't think they would do anything. When the driver told us, it was 4 of us, to move, 3 people moved. I didn't. I couldn't. It was just so wrong. Nobody offered to go with me. A neighbor on the same bus didn't even tell my husband what had happened. I just thought we should let them know. I should let them know it wasn't right. You have to realize I was 40 years old. All my life, all I'd seen were signs that everything was getting worse. The press people came around after we won. I had to reenact everything. I was on the aisle. The man by the window got up. I don't fault him for getting up. He was just doing what he was told. Across the aisle were 2 women. They got up too. There was a lot of violence, physical and verbal. I kind of thought something might happen to me. I just couldn't get up. They always tell us 1 person doesn't make any difference, but it seems to me something should be done. In all these years, it's strange, but maybe not. Nobody asks about my life. If I have children, why I moved to Detroit, what I think about what we tried to do. Somehow, you want to say things are better. Somehow, they are. Not in many ways. People, older people, are afraid. Younger people are too. I really don't know where it will end. Our people can break your heart. So can other people. I just think it makes a difference what one person does. Young people forget that. What one person does makes a difference. The deacon, of course, wanted to curse because the fish got away. Perhaps there is something other to be done about the people we lose. We always talk about how everyone was Black before it was fashionable, overlooking the reality that were that true, Black would have been fashionable before it was, and might have stayed in vogue longer than it did. Something needs to be said about Rosa Parks, other than her feet were tired. Lots of people on that bus, and many before and since, had tired feet. Lots of people still do. They just don't know where to plant them. Nikki, Giovanni, Harvest for Rosa Parks. So I wrote a poem a few years ago called No, and it is really about a lot of things we as humans deal with, social injustices and things like that. I had to go to a rather angry place to record it, but here it is. It's called No. No, don't walk. Run. No to weakness. No to letting others control your destiny. No, because I said so, that's why. No to stupidity and weak-minded people who hit first, ask questions later. No politics, cliques, racists, and those who breed them. No to skinny girls who act like a pound of fat is the plague. No to fat girls who want to snap twiggy girls. No to GQ cover boys who treat brown women like tar babies. No to those afraid of nappy hair. No to those who are just afraid to talk, shut up, move, do, live, or die. No to people who died a long time ago but are still walking around. No to the unconscious. No to the superconscious. No to the self-obsessed. No to the greedy. No to mean people. No to those who squander our children's minds with their own laziness. No breaking a child's spirit. No to people who would commandeer your dreams in lieu of their own. No to the haters. No to those who love too quickly. No to liars. No to the ones who vanish in front of a mirror. No to those without empathy. No to closed minds. Nothing goes in, nothing goes out. No to willful ignorance. No uncertainty. No more loving people incapable of loving you back. Heed warnings, no more walking into walls. No regrets, no doubts, no limits. Take flight, take yourself back. No more vampires, no blinders, but run your race. No wallowing in self-pity. Heartbreak is an event. Carrying the pieces is a choice. No wasting time, killing time, buying time, running out of time. Live each moment in the present, no looking back. You cannot move in two directions at the same time. No poverty. No, I am not your baby. No, you cannot touch my hair. No assumptions. No question is silly. No action can come before thought. No, the Illuminati cannot walk the path of the truly enlightened. No, not yet, baby, just one more minute. No to commercial entities poisoning cultural voices. No to dumbed down societies who want their MTV on steroids. No consumption without conscience. No FOX newscasters who show my people burnt pork smudged and rouge lipped. No judging based on appearance. Maybe I can afford what you're selling. Is it cheaper because it comes with your BS? No asking if you're not ready to give. Do not offer what is not yours to give. No pouring of libations without knowledge of the ancestors. No receiving without giving thanks. That was no. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to hear a voice and share in community. I want to thank Scott and this amazing company for the opportunity, and look forward to where we go together on this journey. Thank you very much.